Good morning, one and all. I am Dinesh, working as Assistant Professor at Government College, Mador. My presentation topic is Awareness of Tax Planning, a case study among salaried employees in Kangra city of Himachal Pradesh. The content of my presentation is introduction, objective of the study, research methodology, analysis and interpretation, main findings and conclusion. Now, introduction. Taxation system in India is well structured. It is derived from Constitution of India. Like political governance, taxation administration is also based on clear demarcation between central government and state government. Article 246 of Indian Constitution contain legislative power of union and state government relating to taxation. What is tax? As we know, tax is a source of revenue to the government of India, and government of India spend this for the common benefit of society. Taxes are of two types: direct and indirect tax. Direct taxes are those in which burden of tax cannot be shifted to the other person. Example: income tax, wealth tax, etc. On the other hand, indirect taxes mean the taxes on which burden of the tax can be shifted to the another person. Example of these are goods and services tax, custom, excise duty, etc. Now, tax planning. What is tax planning? Tax planning means arrangement of one's financial affair in a manner so that tax liability is reduced to minimum by taking into consideration all the eligible deduction, allowances, exemption, relief and rebate. It should be under the provision of law, otherwise it become tax evasion. Tax planning allow a taxpayer to make the best use of different tax exemption, deduction, rebates to minimize tax liability. Now, let us have an overview of deductions under Section 80 and other exemptions which are available for doing the tax planning. These are the main deductions which are available under Income Tax Act for doing tax planning and to reduce the tax. Mainly these sections are ATC. ATC is for certain saving and maximum amount is 1,50,000. ATCCD 1B for employee contribution to NPS. ATCCD 2 for employer contribution to NPS, which is allowable up to 10% of employee salary share. ATD is for health insurance. ATDD is treatment of medical handicap dependent. It ranges from 75,000 to 1,25,000. ATDDB for expenses on notified deceased. ATE for interest for education loan. ATEE interest on home loan. ATEEB interest on electrical vehicle loan. ATGGB when donation is given to political party. ATQQB when we earn income from writing books, that is a royalty income. It is maximum allowed up to 3 lakh. ATRRB for developing patent and obtaining income from such patent, maximum up to 3 lakh. ATTTA when we receive interest on our saving account with bank, maximum amount allowed under this section is 10,000. ATTTB, it is similar to ATTTA but it is allowed to senior citizen and the maximum amount is 50,000. ATU, it is given to handicapped or mentally retarded SRC and the range of deduction is 75,000 to 1,25,000. Now, here are some exemptions which are given under the Income Tax Act which we can avail and reduce our tax liability. First is standard deduction. It is given to every employee and the amount is 50,000. Entertainment allowance, it is given to government employee. HR exemption, it is given under section 10 subsection 30A 13A. Then we have many fully and partially exempted allowances. Then we have rebate of tax under section 87A. It is allowed up to rupees 12,500 if taxable income is 5 lakh or below. Then the most important, that is the exemption under section 24. It is given if loan is taken for the construction or the purchase of house property and it is maximum allowed up to rupees 2 lakh. Then we have exempted capital gain under section 54. Then various other exempted income which are given under section 10. Now, objective of the study. My objective for this conducting this study is to know about the various income tax deduction and exemptions which are available under income tax laws. Then to study the awareness level of salaried employees about various income tax deduction and exemption, and to examine the socio-economic background and awareness of respondent about tax planning. Research methodology. The research design taken for conducting this study is descriptive nature. Sources of data, both primary and secondary data are collected. Primary data are collected through questionnaire and conducting interviews with the respondent, and I use convenient sampling. For this, sample size of 150 employees in Kangra city has been taken. Tools and techniques taken for data analysis are chi-square, percentage analysis, and ranking techniques. Hypothesis. Four hypotheses have been framed relating to various indicators. These are: first one is there is no significant relationship between age and level of awareness. Second, there is no significant relationship between education qualification and level of awareness of respondent. Hypothesis 3, there is no significant relationship between the gender and level of awareness. Hypothesis number 4, there is no significant relationship between occupation and level of awareness. These are some graphical presentation of data. Here we see in the graph various deduction and the awareness level of respondent. Here we see the blue bars represent what are the awareness level, and red represent not awareness. Likewise, we see section 80C, the bar goes up to 100%. It means all the respondent are fully aware about section 80C deduction. Likewise, other deductions, the bars are shown here. Similarly, it is the respondent's socio-economic background and level of awareness. This is on left side, age and level of awareness. We see for age group 20 to 30, the awareness graph is so high, and the not awareness is up to 25. Similarly, we have the graph for education qualification and level of awareness, then gender and level of awareness, then occupation and level of awareness. Now, when chi-square test has been applied, the following results have been obtained. First, socio-economic factor age, calculated value is 6.48, which is less than the table value. Therefore, result is insignificant, and we accepted our hypothesis. Education qualification, calculated value is more than table value, result is significant, therefore we reject our null hypothesis. In regard to gender, also the calculated value is less than the table value, so therefore result is insignificant, therefore we accept our null hypothesis. And finally, in occupation, calculated value is less than table value, result is insignificant, and we accept our null hypothesis. Main findings: awareness level in respect to deduction under section 80C, CCD, HR exemption, section 24 is high, whereas awareness level in regard to section 80D, double D, DDB, G, 80TTA is of medium level, while awareness level in regard to section 80EE, double E, A, EEB, GG, QQB, and 80RRB is low. Analysis through test revealed that awareness level is independent of respondent age, occupation, and gender, while awareness level depends upon the qualification level of respondent. Similarly, awareness level regarding choosing between new and old tax slab is low, and many respondent depends upon the tax consultant for filing the returns. Here are some suggestions. Need to educate about deductions other than section 80C. There is a need to educate assessee about tax planning under old tax regime and new tax regime. There is need to educate about e-filing. Similarly, various assessee expect that deduction under section 80C under new tax regime should also be given, and the basic limit of rupees 1,50,000 should be increased to 2 lakh. Conclusion: at the end, we can say that Investment patterns and tax planning depends upon many factors like age, nature of job, quantum of income, family background, education qualification, and source of income. Tax planning is not only the way to reduce the tax liability, but it is a way to save tax by making investment. Tax planning vary from person to person. Tax planning helps reduce tax evasion and save the assessee from the legal harassment and give him more mental satisfaction. Finally, we can say that a proper tax planning, if done in right manner and right direction, it will help in financial and economic growth of the country. Thank you so much for listening me.